Imagine a time when there were no books, no alphabets, no numbers, and no way to record the thoughts, trade, or events of the day. This was the world before the invention of writing. Thousands of years ago, in the fertile land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, an extraordinary transformation began that would change the course of human history forever. Welcome to Mesopotamia, a land of innovation, mystery, and unparalleled breakthroughs. Mesopotamia, often called the Cradle of Civilization, was not just a geographical location. It was the birthplace of human innovation. It is where humanity first organized into structured societies, built cities, and established systems of governance. The fertile land, nourished by the rivers, made it possible to grow abundant crops, which in turn supported large populations. But this abundance also brought challenges: how to manage resources, organize labor, and maintain order in increasingly complex communities. But how did it all start? Why did the people of Mesopotamia feel the need to invent something as complex as writing and mathematics? To answer this, we need to journey back in time to a world of bustling city-states, ziggurats scraping the heavens, and a thriving culture that seemed centuries ahead of its time. Stay tuned, as the story you're about to hear will reveal the ingenious methods these ancient people used to solve problems and the enduring legacy they left behind. Before we delve into the invention of writing, let's set the stage. Around 3100 BCE, Mesopotamia had become a hub of human activity. The development of agriculture had turned this once nomadic society into a settled and prosperous one. Villages became towns, and towns grew into cities like Uruk, Ur, and Babylon. Trade flourished, and with prosperity came complexity. Picture this: farmers bringing in bountiful harvests of barley and wheat, shepherds driving their flocks to market, and merchants trading goods like lapis lazuli, copper, and textiles. The marketplaces bustled with activity, filled with the sound of bartering and the scent of exotic spices. Temples dominated the skyline, acting as both religious and administrative centers, where offerings were made to the gods and records were kept. As prosperity grew, so did the challenges. How could one keep track of who owed what? How could priests ensure that temple offerings were correctly recorded? How could rulers administer justice and collect taxes? Mesopotamians faced a critical need for organization, and they turned to ingenuity to solve it. This growing complexity in trade, agriculture, and administration required a reliable method of recording transactions, ownership, and agreements. The absence of a written record often led to disputes and inefficiencies. Mesopotamians realized that they needed a system that was both consistent and accessible, paving the way for groundbreaking inventions. It all began with simple clay tokens. These small shaped pieces of clay were used as counters to represent goods. A cone might represent a jar of oil, while a sphere could stand for a bushel of grain. These tokens were lightweight and easy to carry, making them ideal for trade. However, they had a major flaw. What if they were separated from the person who owned them? There was no way to know their purpose without additional context. To address this, Mesopotamians started sealing these tokens inside clay envelopes, called bulli. These envelopes were imprinted with the shapes of the tokens on the outside as a record of what was inside. This allowed the contents to be identified without opening the envelope, providing a layer of security. However, this system also had its limitations. Breaking the envelope to check its contents was inconvenient, and as trade expanded, the variety of goods and transactions became too complex for tokens to handle. The shift from tokens to impressions on clay tablets marked the transition from a physical system of representation to a symbolic one. This leap laid the foundation for writing itself. By inscribing symbols directly onto clay tablets, the Mesopotamians created a durable and efficient method of recording information, eliminating the need for cumbersome tokens and envelopes. Around 3100 BCE, something incredible happened. Mesopotamians realized they could skip the tokens altogether and simply press symbols directly onto clay tablets using a stylus. These symbols, which evolved over time into the wedge-shaped characters we now call cuneiform, marked the birth of writing. Initially, cuneiform was pictographic. A drawing of a fish represented an actual fish. Each symbol was a visual representation of the object it referred to. However, as the needs of society grew more complex, so did the script. Over centuries, these pictures transformed into abstract symbols that could represent sounds, concepts, and ideas. This evolution allowed for greater flexibility, enabling the recording of laws, treaties, and even literary works. By 2600 BCE, cuneiform had become a fully developed writing system capable of recording everything from trade transactions to epic poetry. Scribes, trained in the art of writing, became essential members of society. They worked in temples, palaces, and marketplaces, ensuring that records were accurate and comprehensive. Writing wasn't merely a tool for communication. It was a revolutionary way to preserve information across generations. Imagine the power of being able to store knowledge, pass down laws, and immortalize stories. It allowed civilizations to transcend the limitations of memory, creating a legacy that could be studied and built upon by future generations. While writing was transforming communication, another equally important system was taking shape: mathematics. Why did the Mesopotamians invent math? The answer lies in their daily lives. Managing trade, measuring land, constructing monumental buildings, and organizing labor all required precise calculations. One of their greatest innovations was the sexagesimal system, a base 60-number system. Why 60? It's highly divisible, allowing for easy calculations with fractions. This system still influences us today. Think about how we divide an hour into 60 minutes and a circle into 360 degrees. These practices are direct legacies of Mesopotamian mathematics. The sexagesimal system was not just practical, it was also versatile. It allowed for the creation of tables for multiplication, division, and square roots, making complex calculations more accessible. Mesopotamian mathematicians used these tools to address real-world problems, from measuring fields to constructing buildings. The Mesopotamians didn't stop at basic counting. They developed advanced mathematical concepts, including multiplication, division, and even quadratic equations. They used these tools to measure fields and allocate farmland efficiently, ensuring fair distribution. Calculate the volume of storage containers for grains and liquids. Plan massive architectural projects like ziggurats, which required precise measurements and engineering knowledge. Their expertise in mathematics also extended to astronomy. Mesopotamian scholars meticulously tracked celestial movements, creating some of the first star catalogs. They identified patterns in the sky, which were used to predict events like eclipses and seasonal changes. These observations were not just scientific, they had practical applications for agriculture and religious rituals. One of their most impressive mathematical documents is the Plimpton 322 tablet, which contains a list of Pythagorean triples. This suggests that Mesopotamians understood principles of geometry long before Pythagoras, highlighting their advanced mathematical knowledge. But mathematics wasn't just a practical tool. It also had a mystical and storytelling aspect. Mesopotamians believed numbers held divine significance. The number 7, for example, was sacred and tied to their mythology, representing the 7 planetary gods. Mathematics became intertwined with religion and astrology, further embedding it into their culture. Their ability to combine practicality with mysticism gave their mathematical systems a unique duality. blending the logical with the spiritual. This duality reflected their worldview, where the material and the divine were deeply interconnected. The innovations of the Mesopotamians didn't just end in their time. Their systems of writing and mathematics spread throughout the ancient world. Cuneiform influenced scripts like Old Persian, while their mathematical principles laid the groundwork for Greek and later Islamic mathematics. Even their storytelling techniques, preserved in cuneiform tablets, inspired epic tales like the Epic of Gilgamesh. This literary masterpiece is not only one of the oldest surviving works of literature, but also a profound exploration of human mortality and the quest for meaning. Through Gilgamesh, the Mesopotamians conveyed timeless themes of friendship, loss, and the pursuit of immortality, showcasing their deep understanding of the human condition. Now here's the crux of the story. Why did the Mesopotamians, and not some other ancient civilization, make these groundbreaking inventions? The answer lies in their unique environment. The unpredictable flooding of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers forced them to cooperate and innovate. They needed to manage resources, plan irrigation systems, and organize labor on an unprecedented scale. These challenges demanded solutions, and writing and mathematics were the tools they invented to meet those challenges. Their ingenuity reminds us that necessity truly is the mother of invention. Without the unique challenges posed by their environment, the brilliance of Mesopotamian innovation might never have emerged. Their ability to adapt and innovate set them apart as pioneers of civilization. As we wrap up this journey through ancient Mesopotamia, take a moment to reflect on how much we owe to these early innovators. From the way we tell time to the symbols we use to write, their influence is everywhere. They were pioneers in turning abstract ideas into concrete systems that still shape our world today. Their advancements in writing and mathematics laid the foundation for countless civilizations. Without Mesopotamia, the story of human progress might look very different. The ingenuity and creativity of this ancient civilization remind us of the power of human innovation and the enduring impact of our shared history. Thank you for watching the video till the end. We hope you enjoyed this fascinating journey into the world of ancient Mesopotamia. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories from history. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What part of this story amazed you the most? See you in the next video.